Ah, so you're here because you want to discover the secret to making a woman miss you, value every second with you, and even be desperate for your attention? How sweet. Seriously, it's almost touching to see how many men still believe they can win a woman over with cheap compliments and wilted flowers. If you're thinking you'll find easy and magical tips to win over the woman of your dreams, forget it. There are no fairy tales here, and I'm not your fairy godmother.
The truth, my friend, is that you're probably making such basic mistakes that it's embarrassing.
And you know what's worse? You don't even realize it. But don't worry, there's still time to change that if you have the courage to face the truth. This video isn't for just anyone. It's only for those who really want to learn how to be respected, valued, and who knows, finally stop being an embarrassment. If you think you can handle it, stay and watch until the end because I'm going to give it to you straight. If you're not ready, you might as well leave now because I'm not here to pat you on the back. I'm here to show you what you need to do to stop being just another face in the crowd and start being the guy who truly deserves attention. So, are you ready? Because from now on, it's going to be real talk, and the message is going to hit hard, no matter who it hurts. Let's go. Number 1, the power of moderate distance. Look, let me open your eyes here. There's a fatal illusion in the minds of many guys who think that always being available, like a 24-hour customer service rep, will make a woman more attached. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I have to give you a dose of reality. That's a big mistake. You know that saying, the more the better? Forget it. In the game of seduction, that rule doesn't apply. If you're always clinging to her like gum, guess what? She's going to want distance. And when I say distance, I'm not talking about inches, but emotional miles. Now pay attention. The key here is balance. It's not about disappearing like a ghost, but knowing the right moment to take a step back. This strategic distance will make her miss you, but not just any kind of missing. She'll start to realize the value of your presence precisely because you're not there all the time. It's like expensive perfume. One spray is enough, but if you bathe in it, it becomes sickening. It's the same concept applied to relationships. Plus, this distance gives you time to focus on yourself. And believe me, when you start taking care of yourself, valuing yourself, it becomes evident to those around you. People can sense when you're confident, secure, and not desperate for attention. It's a natural magnet. If she genuinely has feelings for you, she'll start missing you in ways she doesn't even understand. She'll feel that longing, that urge to know what you're up to, and that's when she'll realize you're not just anyone, but someone she can't afford to lose. And you know what's even better? This distance will act as a test, because if the relationship can't survive this slight separation, my friend, you haven't lost anything. On the contrary, you've dodged a bullet. It's like that saying, if it's meant to be yours, it will come back. If not, it was never yours to begin with. But I'll go further. If the relationship falls apart because you gave it a bit of space, maybe her feelings weren't as solid as you thought. And who wants to live in a relationship built on sand, where any tide washes everything away? Not you, I hope. So, to recap, space is power. Not the power to control, but the power to attract naturally without forcing it. Learn to cultivate this space and watch how things start turning in your favor. And if she can't handle it? Well, at least you're not wasting time with someone who isn't worth it. Number 2, planting the seeds of great expectations. Now let's talk about something many men underestimate. The power of creating expectations. Let me tell you a simple truth that few truly understand. Expectation is what makes the heart race, what keeps her mind occupied thinking about you. And no, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular, something out of a Hollywood movie. The real magic lies in the details, in what's simple but done with intention and meaning. Let's be honest, what women really want isn't a mountain of grand, empty gestures. They want something that shows you've thought about them, that you truly care. You know that moment when you do something unexpected but incredibly thoughtful. That's what makes her think of you before falling asleep, imagining the next encounter, full of expectations. Think about it. A simple gesture, like sending a sweet message when she least expects it, or planning a date that's out of the ordinary, is the kind of thing that leaves a woman intrigued, enchanted, and excited about what's next. It's not about showering her with expensive gifts, but about creating meaningful moments that are unique. A homemade dinner, a handwritten letter, a night watching that movie she loves. These are things that, when done right, generate huge expectations. And here's the trick. When you do this naturally, without forcing it, you become someone who's hard to forget. Women still crave romance, perhaps even more now in a world where everything is so fast and superficial. When you give her moments that break the routine, that show a side of you few people know, you're, without realizing it, planting a seed of expectation. And the more she anticipates these moments, the more she'll want to be around you. It's a cycle that only grows, where each encounter becomes more anticipated than the last. And that's where you win the game. Because she won't just like you, she'll crave you. She'll always want to be by your side, because each moment you share leaves her wanting more. She'll think about you when you're apart, wondering what you'll do next, how you'll surprise her. And in that suspense, in that growing expectation, you become indispensable in her life. But let me give you a final tip. Don't be predictable. No following an obvious pattern. Mix things up, keep her guessing, and never ever let her think she's figured you out completely. Because mystery, my friend, is the spice that keeps expectations high and interest alive. So, if you want her to have eyes only for you, invest in the art of creating unforgettable moments, but do it with subtlety, with that touch of surprise that leaves her wanting more. Because in the end, what most captivates a woman is what she can't predict. And you, if you do it right, will be the source of all these delicious expectations. Number 3, the power of genuine attention. Now let's talk about something that seems so simple, but that many guys just don't get. The importance of giving genuine attention. That's right, my friend. Really being present when you're with her. It's no good planning big moments if, when you're together, you're more concerned with checking your phone than looking into her eyes. It's like promising a feast but serving cold food. Totally disappointing. Pay attention here, because this is crucial. When you're with her, be really there in body, soul, mind, the whole package. It's not just about being physically present, but about showing that that moment with her is what truly matters. That's what separates the guy she'll forget tomorrow from the guy she can't get out of her mind. And let's be realistic. Everyone likes attention, but true attention, the kind that comes from the heart, is rare. When you give her that kind of attention, you're showing that you really care, that you value every second with her. And believe me, this creates a much stronger bond than any gift or grand gesture. A woman who feels truly heard and appreciated will commit in ways you can't even imagine. And you know what else? When you're not around, that same attention you gave will be missed. She'll feel a void, a need to be with you again. Because deep down, we all want to feel important. And when you make her feel that way, she'll want more and more of that feeling. It's like an addiction, but a healthy one, where the drug is the feeling of being valued. But, and here's the secret, it's no good giving attention and then smothering. A relationship is like a plant. It needs care, but it also needs space to grow. When you're together, be completely present, but afterward, give her the necessary space so she can grow and miss you. It's in this balance that the relationship strengthens and deepens. So, next time you're with her, forget about the outside world. Forget the notifications, the problems, everything. Focus on that moment, because that's where you'll truly win her heart. And then, let her breathe, because it's in that breath that she'll realize how much she misses you. And believe me, she will miss you. She'll want you around. She'll crave those moments where she knows she's the priority. In summary, Genuine attention is the fertilizer that makes the relationship grow. But don't forget to give space too, because a suffocated plant never blooms. If you can master this art, you'll see how things change. She won't just like being with you, she'll need to be with you because you've become that indispensable presence in her life. And my friend, when you get to that point, you've already won the game. If you want to master the art of giving genuine attention while making her want more with every moment, then you need to check out the digital book in the description of this video. There, you'll learn how to be truly present when you're with her, make her feel unique, and at the same time, maintain the necessary space for her to miss you. Stop being invisible and start being the man she can't get out of her mind. Number 4, the power of unexpected gestures. Now, let's get straight to the point about one of the most underrated and at the same time most effective strategies for keeping a woman interested and missing you. Unexpected gestures. And when I say unexpected, I'm not talking about buying an obvious and cliché bouquet of flowers. I'm talking about truly surprising her, doing something that catches her off guard and shows that you're always thinking about her, even when she least expects it. Imagine this scenario. She's in the middle of a boring day, routine hitting hard, and suddenly her phone vibrates. It's not just any message. It's a message from you, but not one of those automatic ones like, "Good morning." It's a message that says something only you know will make her smile. Something personal, something that shows you really know her and that you care. Or, on a random day, instead of following the basic script of, "What are we doing this weekend?" you show up with a totally out-of-the-box plan. Maybe it's a short trip, an impromptu picnic, or simply taking her to a place that holds special meaning for both of you. These gestures don't need to be extravagant, but authentic. It's these small yet powerful surprises that will be etched in her mind as unforgettable moments. And here's the magic. When you surprise her, you stir her emotions. It creates a mix of excitement and nostalgia that's hard to resist. She begins to associate you with these positive emotions, with the adrenaline that comes from being caught off guard, and that's exactly when you enter the realm of unforgettable memories. When she thinks of you, these memories will surface, making her crave more of these moments. And guess what? When you're not around, she'll miss that special touch only you know how to give. But remember, my friend, the trick here is authenticity. No empty gestures or ones copied from some cheesy movie. The surprise has to have your signature, has to come from a genuine place in your heart. When you hit this point, she won't just value these moments, but she'll value your presence in her life even more. Because deep down, everyone wants to feel special. And when you make her feel that way, you're becoming the kind of man she'll always want around. So, in summary, invest in unexpected gestures. They are like sparks that ignite the flame of longing and desire. It's these small but impactful acts of kindness that make all the difference. If you can master this art, you can be sure she'll think of you much more than any other guy who simply follows the basic romance manual. Number 5, the charm of mystery. Now let's delve into the territory that separates amateurs from masters. The power of mystery. If you think that opening up the book of your life all at once will make a woman fall in love, you better rethink that strategy. You know what really keeps her interest and curiosity alive? The feeling that there's still something to be discovered about you. Nothing kills desire faster than predictability. So, pay attention here. Don't be an open book. Be a riddle. Keep certain parts of your life and personality tucked away, like pieces of a puzzle that she'll only be able to put together over time. This doesn't mean being distant or indifferent, but knowing how much to reveal. The truth is, mystery works like a magnet, creating a sense of intrigue that's irresistible. Imagine this. Every time you talk or go out together, she discovers something new, but there's always that feeling that there's more to come. This awakens in her an almost insatiable curiosity because humans are like that. What we don't understand, what we can't figure out, is what attracts us the most. You become the challenge, the puzzle she wants to solve, and with each piece you reveal, the desire to uncover the rest only grows. And that's exactly what you want. You want her to think about you even when you're not around, trying to understand every layer of your personality. You want her to feel the need to be with you to discover more. This creates a powerful connection, because it's not just about liking you, but about needing to understand you, to be close to discover more. But be careful, don't overdo it. Too much mystery and you might come off as inaccessible, and that could drive her away. The key here is balance. Give enough to keep the interest, but always keep something for later. Like a good magician who never reveals all his tricks, you should know when and how to show a little more of yourself. When done correctly, mystery not only keeps her interest high, but also makes her feel special for being one of the few who gets to uncover a bit more of who you really are. So, if you want her to always be thinking about you, missing you, and wanting to be by your side, remember, mystery is your ally. It creates an aura of fascination that few people can resist. Be the guy she wants to decipher, the puzzle she needs to solve, and you'll see how the power of mystery can turn a simple relationship into something much deeper and unforgettable. Number 6. The naked truth. Respect yourself or disappear. Now let's get straight to the point. No beating around the bush, because this is the final blow, the punch in the gut you need to hear. If you don't learn anything else from this video, at least understand this. Respect yourself, or you'll disappear from her life like a pathetic, irrelevant ghost. I know you've heard about self-love, about valuing yourself, but let me tell you something no one has the guts to say. If you don't respect yourself, don't expect her or anyone else to do it for you. And respecting yourself isn't just about looking in the mirror and liking what you see. It's about setting clear boundaries, knowing what you deserve, and not accepting anything less than that. Stop begging for attention. Stop crawling after her like a needy puppy. If you don't have the courage to walk away when necessary, to demand respect, you're doomed to live in the shadows, always looking for scraps of attention and affection. And let me tell you something. No one respects a man who doesn't respect himself. Want to know the secret to making a woman truly value you? Stop making her the center of your universe and start treating yourself as the priority. If she sees that you have dignity, that you won't tolerate disrespect, that you're not desperate to please her, she'll think twice before treating you like anyone else. And if she doesn't realize this, then, my friend, it's time to walk away and let her learn that lesson the hard way, with your absence. I'm not saying to be an insensitive jerk, but to stand your ground. Show that you're the kind of man who knows what he wants and won't accept less. And guess what? That's incredibly attractive. Women want to be with a man who values and respects himself, because that's what defines a real man. So, to wrap it up, remember this. Either you learn to respect yourself, or you'll end up being nothing more than a faded memory in her life and anyone else's who you let treat you like garbage. The choice is yours. Be a real man or keep fading into mediocrity. Because at the end of the day, you decide whether you'll be remembered with respect or simply forgotten as just another guy who didn't know his worth. So, what are you going to do now? Keep living as a side character in your own story, or finally take on the leading role? Because let me tell you something. Life doesn't wait for those who stand still. And definitely, no one respects someone who doesn't respect themselves. Everything I've told you here may sound harsh, but it's exactly what you need to hear to wake up and take action. Enough with the excuses, enough with settling for the minimum. If you want to be remembered, if you want to be valued, then start acting like the man who deserves it. Each of these lessons is a tool that, if used correctly, can transform not just your relationship, but your entire life. So, from now on, stop messing around. Respect yourself, keep the mystery, surprise with authenticity, and, above all, show that you're someone who deserves to be taken seriously. And if she doesn't get it, well, The door is right there. Maybe it's time to find someone who appreciates who you really are. And that's it, my friend. Now the choice is yours. Go out there and make it count. Because at the end of the day, no one remembers the guy who accepted anything. They remember the man who demanded respect and earned it. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with that friend who needs to hear some truths, and don't forget to leave your comment. See you next time.